Salam bacha and hosh omadid. Welcome one more Monday to the weekly stream of Las Plumas de Simur. Nice to see you here. My name is Plumas and I'm going to be your host for the rest of the afternoon, evening, whatever word you use in your own language to refer to this time of the day. I am so excited to be here today. You have no idea because finally we are estrenando. This is not a word you have in English, okay? So in Spanish we have this word. It's called estrenar. And estrenar means to do something or try something or use something for the very first time ever. English does not have that. I mean, this is a hazard for me talking to my English-speaking friends because they do not understand what estrenar is. But we are estrenando our session. Hi. Hello Typhoon, hello Naeem, hi Serapis, hello Sataradiza. It's so good to see you here. Today we are having our very first episode, and certainly hopefully not the last, of the Nomad's Guide, which is just a series of events, a series of streams where I bring people for you to know and to meet and to listen to and to learn so much from them. And I am blessed because this first guest is super special for me, for the field of Iranian studies and for the world. She doesn't know yet, but it's like for the world actually. So like this is one of these people who's destined to big things, and I am grateful for having her here. But before we start, I just want to throw this message. Thank you so much to everyone who's clicked on follow. Thank you so much for everyone who's subscribed to the channel. You help me greatly because exactly this, your input and your feedback is what makes this whatever this is happening every single week. Oh, thank you 119 for the follow, and also thank you, big shout out to my patrons, my family on Patreon. Thank you guys, you have my back, especially those of my tier Murshid and my tier Ashdad, which by the way, this Saturday, in our private live stream, my top tier patrons and I are gonna watch the first episode of Raxaphone, which is a mecha anime. Why? Because one of them is in the chat, and let's just keep her anonymous, but she just wants to see the world burn, and me vomiting insults towards the screen because even though I like Raxaphone, there's some things that I certainly did not like about it. So yeah, if you want to join the fun, consider supporting the project. I think we had, as much as I love Rolling Star by Bleach, I think we had enough. So yeah, how's everyone doing? How is this the last session? How is this the last week of August? How did it happen? I don't know. I didn't allow this. I didn't ask for this, but yeah, here we have it. How's everyone doing? Oh yes, they're like, good. Noso Ross, it's just on point. He's on point with the social media. He's on point with the comments, which by the way you can use. I am welcoming everyone to click on command social and command. What else do we have? Actually, I don't know. I mean, I put them myself, but I just don't remember. Yeah, this is how I manage this. Oh yeah, rules are applied also, and yeah. Just links and social in case you want some more. Holidays, I'll say no more. Oh, so you're on a holiday. Good job for you. Some of us did not have a holiday this year, but we're not complaining. We're enduring. This is what we PhD students do. We endure in hot situations. So just get comfortable. Go grab a snack. If you want to eat, I don't know. I could eat some more. I always can, but not now. I mean, I had a lot of biscuits before. Don't tell Bob. He doesn't want to know. He doesn't need to know. So, yeah. Grab a snack, some water or some tea. And I'm going to jump and bring our guest today. I'm so excited, Macha. We're going to be right back. Just 1 minute, maybe 2. Stay tuned. Hello, Bacha, and welcome for the very first time in the Nomad stand, Rowena Razak. Big round of applause for her.
And for me, and for me, and for you.
Yeah!
Yes, I'm here.
I'm
I've
so
arrived.
happy to have you here. So, Bacha here, this is Rowena, and here, if you want to follow her already, I mean, I'm just throwing this shameless self-promotion, so you can click on that's her Twitter handle, and just go follow her. She's gonna show you why throughout the oh, all right, for the already this is boiling. Okay, so yeah, we're taking a sip in your honor. Is that why I'm Ross, you forgot to use the comment. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna use it anyway. But yeah, we're having a sip for you. Row. Exactly. We'll go. Ooh. Oh, this is boiling.
Oh no!
I'm gonna take a sip
Don't
afterwards.
burn yourself. Don't burn yourself.
I won't, I promise. Oh, everyone's saying hello to you. Oh,
I know. I'm trying to say hello to everyone back as well. Oh my God, I can't deal with this fame.
Oh my God, it's
Too
like,
much.
you know, it's just sweat. Don't sweat it, girls. Like, it's all over you. Just.
I'm saying hello to everyone. Let's see, who have we got?
But
Thai
they can hear you,
food.
so you can address
No.
them
Oh yes,
directly.
that's true. Yes. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting. All of these people. Are they sending me pots? Sorry, I'm gonna use my phone to look at this. I
Yeah,
can't
it's
deal with this. This is
these
all
are
too much.
our personal
Hi,
stickers.
Naeem.
So
Oh,
we
I
have
love
a
these.
teapot and we have the little tea glass, and they're adorable. I am so
But
in
you're
love with
missing
them.
you're missing Nasir al-Din Shah on these teacups.
Already? I mean, are we starting with that already? Okay, all right. We should.
Okay. Yeah, she's like, don't follow her. Don't follow. Why did I
Don't, you know
invite her
what?
in the
Forget that.
first
I'm just
place?
gonna take it. What? Just take it. Thank you for staying. Thank you. So sorry. We need to cut. So it's like. So, Rowena,
Love
why
it. Yes.
don't you introduce a bit of yourself? Well, for those who you're not aware, she is a brilliant scholar, a great Iranian student person, and a friend, which is always very nice.
Oh,
Oh, the
Korbanot,
Bachirim
merci.
welcome you, Rowena. Yes, you are.
Thank you.
I don't know if you
Oh,
are
thank
up with,
you.
you know, are you a fan of Lord of the Rings, Rowena?
You know, I liked the video game. I liked playing it on PS3 and PS4, but I didn't get into the films. Is that really bad?
No, it's okay. It's just, you know, one point I was talking to all the friends that also have these public projects on
Right.
online, and they were mentioning that I didn't have followers, that I had an army, and because of the and because I call them Bachar, my army is
Yeah.
like the Bachirim, which is like the
I love
Rohirrim
that.
from, like, it's a faction of the
Got
Lord of the Rings
you.
from Rohan. So yeah,
Love
this
it.
is why the
The
Bachirim.
Bacharim. I love that. Oh my gosh, this is an even double honor for me to meet with the Bachirim
Exactly. Everyone's so
leader.
excited to meet you. I mean, I have
I'm
my
very
little.
excited to meet everyone.
Yeah, I'm having my little gut over here. I think this is a hotel. Like, I'm pretty sure this, like, behind me is like a very.
I think it is. I think it's
Yeah.
like one of these tent hotels, right?
Right?
It's amazing. I love it. So
Like
I'm looking here because I
fabricated.
just see my phone. No, I'm just so excited to be here. You know, I'm a personal fan of La Plumas and you personally. I've always said that we need more people like you in academia, people who just make studying Iran fun, accessible, and
Stop
public.
it.
You know,
Stop
we're
it.
not we're not we shouldn't be in these ivory towers of knowledge
Right?
if we can't share it, if we can't make it public and open and have these beautiful exchange with people. And that is for me real academia.
I think you're
So
really true.
yeah,
Like, everything's true what you say, and this is
yeah,
the, yeah, leitmotif
yeah,
behind this project.
yeah.
Also audio check. Mods and Bacha, how can you hear Rowena? Is she
Yeah.
at the same level? Her audio is at the same level as mine, because it looks like you can hear her perfectly, because no one has complained so far, which is great.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So,
Unless they're all very good at lip reading.
all
All
good.
good. Okay, thank you, Naeem. Thank
Thank
you.
you. May in June, everything's perfect. Thank you.
Thank
DM
welcome.
11. I'm just gonna call you DM, okay? Just like.
DM
Sorry.
119.
So, first question for
Yes.
Rowena. I have, like, don't worry, Bacha, this is not going to be like a super fancy interview, but I have some questions I want to ask Rowena. First of all, is Rowena, who is you?
Who am I?
and now,
I mean,
since you're on it, who am I?
I'm like, it's a good time to have an existential crisis when you're live on Twitch, right?
Definitely. If this is not the place, what is it?
What is it? Well, I'm Rowena, and just the boring information. I'm doing my PhD in Oriental University of Oxford, and I basically look at the two-day party in British policy during the Second World War. So
yes,
sort of
Bacha, I know someone from contemporary history. What? Because I bet,
know.
you know what? I bet everyone was waiting for me to bring a medievalese tops and the ancient historian is like, ha, joke's on you. I'm bringing the 19th and 20th century in. I know because I have so many fans of, contemporary history and I get asked questions and I always send I just throw the ball to your courtyard, to other people's courtyards. I'm like, I know nothing. I don't know.
I think it's funny. It's how we compartmentalize ourselves into different parts of Iranian history. Like, oh, I'm a modernist. Oh, I do Islamic Republic. Oh, I do medieval period and whatnot. And I think we kind of know bits and pieces of everything. But even then, I have difficulty saying I'm a modernist because, like with Iranian history, you can't cut out bits of its history and see it in its in that. Even though I work on the 1940s, I always refer to the Qajars, the Safavids. It's all of these. That's the wonderful breadth of Iranian history is that they're all connected, right?
I think so too. Exactly.
Yeah.
Even if you are I think one of the most interesting parts is the closer you come to our time in Iranian studies, the further you have to get back because with the Pahlavi dynasty and all these revival of the Achaemenid history and this emphasis in Achaemenid archaeology and story. Well, that's amazing parade Mr. Reza Shah Pahlavi pulled off, where he really believed he was a incarnation of Cyrus the Great. I'm not judging. I just think it's impressive. Good for you. You know what? Good
Why
for
not?
you. So you have the time and the resources.
You do you.
Exactly.
You do you.
Exactly. We have costume parties here. I mean, you can pretend your soldiers are the immortals. Why not? I mean, it's really fun. I bet no one else has done that. I don't know. Possibly a lot of people have done something similar.
I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, yeah, it's incredible. But that's what in the first place, that's what drew me to Iranian studies is just the connectedness of everything.
Interesting, because my second question is, what is your PhD and can you tell us briefly about it?
Well, yes. Well, as I said earlier, I work on the Two-Day Party. If any of you don't know who the Two-Day Party
I mean, I know because of you.
Oh, they're actually in existence and arguably one of the most important political parties in Iran's 20th century history. It is as you know, in the Iranian political system, everything is based on personalities. There were no real parties per se. There were fractions. You've got the Mossadegh, for example, the Nationalist Front. You've got all these coalition fronts and whatnot. Whereas the Two-Day Party was like a modern party in the modern sense. So it's a recognizable political party, and they were Marxist. So they were a Marxist party that was aligned to the Soviet Union. So I've always been interested in communist history. In fact, my email address is communist.guy@gmail.com ever since.
Do not spam her, okay? Do not spam her with questions. Be nice, Bachar. We know each other.
It's fine, take it. But yeah, it's funny because that's my email address because and I get so many questions. They're like, what? Has the Cold War not finished? And for me, it's just an interest because I've always been fascinated by this collectivist ideas in the political space. So I was always interested in the Two-Day Party because I was fascinated in the fact that Iran even had a Marxist party.
I mean, it was a very big surprise for me when you told me about it. I was like, wait, what? Because for me, Iran finishes the bit I know finishes in around 1650, something like that, because I just stop there. It's it's my top. I don't go any further. So when you actually think of it, it's I mean, there was this ideological movement also in Iran. Iran is not an alien country to the rest of it. I mean, it was influenced by everything that was going around at the time period. Absolutely. And we're talking about the 1940s. This is to me in history, this is yesterday.
No, this is true.
It's not even been 100 years. So it's just wow.
Yeah, the things that I've interviewed members of the Two-Day Party who were active, in the 60s and 70s, and it's just that you're right. I mean, how far back is history, right? I mean, so it's still very new, and I mean the Two-Day Party is still in existence today. I mean, they are still active.
I was gonna say active. That's as in they still are functioning.
yeah, they're functioning. They have like, they've got a YouTube channel, yeah, they've got Facebook,
They got a YouTube channel?
but they definitely, yeah, you can get in touch with them if you want. And and these things, they are actively making videos. Like they always comment on whatever's happening, whether it's the Iranian presidential elections. I assume they've talked about Afghanistan as well.
Uh-huh.
They are up to date, these guys. So I was always fascinated by them. And when I was an undergraduate, I did my BA in history at SOAS. Big shout out to SOAS. And I learned about the two-day party there, and so the fascination was always with me since my
Uh-huh. So
undergraduate years.
it was during your undergrad when you came to know
Yeah,
about the two-day party.
yeah. And I was
Okay.
like, oh, this is fascinating, and I was just really fascinated by it.
Have you always
And
been interested in more like contemporary history, like more
yeah,
modern / contemporary than the rest of
um,
it? Or did you have, in your undergrad, I'm not even talking about the masters, during your undergrad, did you have like
hmm.
an area of history that was sort of your guilty pleasure, something like that?
All
Or,
right. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's really weird. I mean, oh God, this is gonna make me sound terrible, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Because so for my sort of vocation, let's say, I was like, I really enjoy doing 20th century history because it's easier to read in the archives.
I know, you know what? You know,
It sounds
yes,
terrible, but
it doesn't. It sounds what it
confession
should be.
time. Yeah.
Practical. Let me tell you something. Like for the past month, I've been reading Athar and Sohrawardi in original Persian, and
I'm like, I
like
couldn't do
one of my
that.
one of the bacha asked me, "Oh, why do you hate Sohrawardi?" He's like, "I don't hate Sohrawardi. I'm pretty sure should he be alive at this moment, we'll be best friends. I swear." But
Mm,
reading about mystical realms and the mystical
mm,
dimension of things in 12th
mm.
century Persian, I mean, there's a limit to everything, and it's just I was reading the Mantel Tahir, the speech of the birds recently, and it
Mm.
reaches a point where it's like this is just too meta. It's just I need
Yeah.
like I am you know what I am interested in a metaphor as much as the next guy, but it really gets to a point where it's like I just
Mm.
need some practical information. Did you see the bird or not? I do not care which realm of existence that she exists, if she ever exists. Like, did you see it or not? You did
Yeah.
not. You're making this up as you go to save up time. Is Attar trying to fill in the word count? I
Mm.
reckon.
No,
So,
but,
but
but
yeah,
it's true. I mean, I couldn't do what you do. I couldn't read 12th century Persian. I'm struggling with 1940s
I
typed
can't
Persian.
either. I can't. So I'm always on the phone with my Persian teacher or with my friends, like, I don't understand this, I'm sorry. And I just mop around and like, I don't know what these words mean.
It's difficult.
It
It's
is.
difficult. But even in English, if I were to read, I don't know, East India, it's also going to be challenging.
Mm.
So for me, it's just for me, it was easier and more accessible and the patience. And of course, there's so much to be said about the 1940s and archival work of that era. It's just for me, I thought it would be easier and better
And also, I think a
for me
very
to do that.
interesting, sorry, I think a very interesting
I'm
dimension of
just
your work is that you get to speak with the protagonist of the history you're researching. I
yeah,
mean, there's no way unless I play with a Ouija board, which I'm never gonna do. Those things you can get them away from me. I can't interview Sohrawardi, but
no,
as
no,
you told me, you interview people to their party.
yeah, and it's nice, and that's nice to have that and that closeness. You build a special relationship. I mean, we build relationships with our objects of studies all the time.
Yep, tell me about it.
Um,
I'm obsessed, and I think mine is not healthy. It's a very toxic
I mean, that's the
relationship.
thing. Once you get into your topic, I mean, I'm just going to like show you this tray that I have. I mean,
Oh my
I buy
goodness, yes. The
anything
tray.
Persian, I will buy.
Yeah, by the way, Bacha, you should know this. This is something we Iranian studies people suffer from. Anything we
Yeah,
see that looks remotely Persian or close to what
yeah,
we're doing, we have to get
we'll
it.
buy. Yeah, we'll buy it. We'll buy
It's a
it.
necessity. Like you should have seen me being dragged. And when I say drag, Rowena, I mean physically dragged from Esfahan Bazaar. Like,
Oh
you
my
just can't
God.
buy everything, you know? Like, yeah, but I can't. Like,
But
no,
I
I won't
did.
let you.
I don't know. I have two carpets. Why not? Just buy whatever you. When you go to Iran, it's the worst. I have the
Yeah.
most random. I even have a flag. I mean, I don't need one, but I have it.
Yeah. I have this massive, oh my
Yeah.
God, I have this massive bust. You know, these birds at Persepolis that people, they call him, some people call it Huma, some people call it a griffin bird. Is this like these remainings of the capitals in Persepolis with those like the pointy ears?
Oh yeah.
I
The Iran Air.
exactly that one, the Iran Air
Iran Air.
logo. So
Yeah.
I have a bust I bought in the Archaeological Museum of Tehran. It is this big and it
Oh
weighs
my God.
like 1,000 dead bodies. And when I remember I went there. And Naeem, I'm this close to revoke your moderator privileges if you drop the Phoenix word once more. He just likes to tease me around a lot. So when I got there, I remember when I got home and I was so proud of my bust, and I just show it to people. I think it was my dad, I don't know, and he was asking, why would you want that for? It's like, what are you gonna do with it? You could kill someone with it. It's like, I don't know, but it's so pretty. Just look at it. So
I'm kind of jealous that you have that. That's pretty amazing. You must show me a picture. You must show me a picture at some point. I need to see
I
this.
think because recently there was a moving in my family, so I think I know where it is.
It is somewhere.
Emphasis in the thing. I mean, it's this big. We could have not misplaced it. Yeah, thank you, DM. It was totally unnecessary to buy. Thank you.
Completely.
See?
I mean,
See?
better to buy it than regret it afterwards. I mean, we could be having a totally different conversation now where you're like, I wish I'd bought this bus I saw.
Yeah, but
There you have it.
Yeah, I also I wanted to buy a lot of teapots, but fortunately for my household, there was no space on my suitcase for anything else. Because that's the thing, when you go for the first time, because I don't know, how many times have you been to Iran, Rowena?
Oh, only once.
Okay,
only
me
once.
too. So when you go for the first time, you ought, at least in the Spanish Mediterranean tradition, you ought to bring gifts for your loved ones. So
Sure. Yeah,
if I could have used a space for things for me. And I'm really sorry, relatives, if you're listening to me right now. It's just like, I could. I didn't. I followed my tradition. But I'm really looking forward to go back, because now I don't need to bring anything to anyone. Everything's bought. Like, you have your Iranian gift. Congratulations. Now I can go pick mine.
Yeah, I know. You need to go again. That's it. The next trip.
We need to go again. I really miss it.
Yeah, we need to go. Me too. I just go to, in London, there's a lot of Iranian restaurants, and I like to go and sort of have this sort of connection, and I don't know, feel a bit like I'm there.
Yeah. Here up in Scotland, I haven't found anything remotely similar, but I wanted to go. Oh, all right. Just remind me of another question I have. Actually, you know what? I have things written down here. I just don't look at them. It's another bird. Of course, it's a bird.
So nice.
Yeah, this one's Fang Juan. It's a Chinese one.
Oh no,
this is a Chinese. I think, I don't know, my best friend got me this. Is like, look, this is all right. Has this happened to you? That since your friends, really close friends, know that you're obsessed with certain culture, or with a particular thing, they start buying you a lot of things like with that, because
it's very sweet.
It is super sweet, but it is like I have a lot of things with these drawing on them. Yeah, one of my friends wanted to buy me a kimono or something like that.
I have a lot of like Mao's Little Red Book. I don't know why, but that's what people tend to buy me.
So you don't want another one? I just take that one out of the list of potential Rose gifts.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
I don't know. People think it's like, no, she'll like that. Like, would I? But thank you.
So, which is, where were you? All right, let's start with it. Where did you visit when you went for the first time to Iran?
You know, this is going to sound really boring. I just went to Tehran. I just spent like a week.
So you just went there for a week?
I went there for a week. I went to all the museums. I went with my parents because this was when I was telling my parents, it was worse than coming out. Down and say, I'm going to study. We're like, what? So we decided to do a family trip, and we thought we would just stay in Tehran and just enjoy the city, meet up with some friends. You know, we had some friends who took good care of us. You know, typical
Oh,
Iranian style, feeding
oh.
us, and it was just amazing. So yeah, we thought we'd just stay there and do some shopping, look around. Yeah. So yeah, just
To
Tehran.
be fair, Tehran has a
And
lot of possibilities. I really
it's a lot to
liked,
see.
yeah, I really liked exploring the city with my friends and just going to, where the locals go and just
Yeah,
being
yeah.
being guided around actually. Is in like you take me to places because I was there a little bit longer. I was there almost 4 months, I think, because it was a
Wow.
research stay. Yeah, so I took advantage of
Oh,
that and I
okay.
went to like almost. I didn't go to all the cities I wanted to because of course I wanted to go to Tus and say hello to my pal Ferdowsi, but I couldn't. But next time, and next time I will.
Next time. Next time. Next time. Inshallah.
Inshallah, yeah. I mean, you listen. We just don't need another pandemic if that's possible for the next, like, I don't know, 200,
I know.
300 years.
It's
We're
a
good.
at the moment, but I have hope. I have hope.
So, other question that I wanted to ask you is throughout your PhD, what is something that's really, an experience you had, or something you discovered, or something like just one like a nice memory of the PhD because Ro is finishing, I am finishing, and in this time it's difficult to stick with the good because you feel so exhausted. Like,
Yeah.
so we need good
Yeah.
memories. We need good thoughts, good words, good
Yeah.
deeds. So
Good. I've been saying that a lot recently. It's like, yeah, good words, good thoughts, good deeds.
it's just like we can
That's
go by that. So I want you to share good memories about your
yeah.
PhD.
You know, you're right. I think towards the end, you're at the very, you've really stretched yourself. You stretch yourself mentally, you stretch yourself physically. Yeah, I've come out of it quite exhausted, but with a very, very strong sense of like achievement as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think we tend to forget that. Like, we've actually done this. We've actually done this amazing piece of work. We've brought something that we started off as an interest and actually made it into a profession almost. And I think that's something that we should be very, very proud of. Something not to forget. Something not to forget.
I think it's true, and
But
also
yeah.
sorry to cut you. Just like one
Yeah, yeah,
something
yeah,
I
no, no,
want to
no, no.
mention.
Go
It's
ahead.
like
No.
I really wanted to also bring you as an almost finished PhD because sometimes people, as you mentioned before, the ivory towers of academics. We should not fantasize too much about of a PhD. Is great, but I think a good thing is to talk about the downs of it because of the ups. Everyone's
Yeah.
going to talk to you about the ups, but the downs sometimes are a little bit like like cool, but just brush under the carpet, as in like
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it's going to
Yeah.
be a little
Yeah.
hard, but it's going to be worth it. It's
It's tough. It's tough. It's
so
very tough.
but yeah, again, going back to the nice things. One thing I
Hmm.
really like you being here. I mean, I really wanted to invite Rowena because she's real and I love that. It's like she's genuine, and it's sort of,
Too real.
yeah, a little bit. Sometimes we all are. Yeah. So, oh, thank you. Mr. Khalili is here. It's Alex
Hello.
Khalili. Hi, Alex.
Hello.
Oh, that is such. Oh my god, I feel blessed. You're next on the list to come sit on the guard. You know
Yes.
where Rowena is? Like she is.
I'm just keeping the place warm for you.
No, I mean you're estrenando. We don't have a word in English for that. You're estrenando.
Fernando. Okay, I love
But
it.
I think Alex speaks a little bit, just a little bit of Spanish. But you do too. I mean, you know a bit of Spanish, so.
Un poco.
Un poco. Yeah, muy bien. They're like bata.
Hey.
Hi. Oh my gosh, he's very excited. Oh, so I'm gonna tell you
Hi,
something,
Alex.
Rowena. I'm really sorry, Alex. I'm gonna expose you here. I recently knew. Alex and I recently knew of each other that we both are very big Evangelion nerds. So that took the conversation
Oh.
towards a completely different turn. It was so much fun saying like, oh
Love
my
that.
god, I've been following you because I respect you and I look up to you as a scholar. And it's like, oh my god, you like Evangelion too. We're all human here. Yes.
It's the other things that binds us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Love that. I love that. I love that.
So back to the
Oh,
the
yeah.
nice feeling
Yes,
about
nice things.
PhD.
Okay. I mean, yeah, just to touch a bit on what you said earlier. It is tough. The PhD, it's tough. It's a raw experience. It can really be a raw experience. I've gone through moments of a lot of doubt and like we talk about imposter syndrome. That thing is real.
It is.
It is real.
It should
It
be
is real.
diagnosed as a real disease.
It's a real
Because
thing.
it is.
And I'm always suffering. I think the other day I turned to Twitter to expose my woes, and that was, what if I'm not trendy enough for history? What kind of I always feel like I'm, and it's really ironic to feel that I'm not trendy in history because everything's kind of done in the past. But there are so many exciting new ways of thinking and rethinking history, and I always feel that I'm not keeping up. So this is always my big concern with the PhD. I feel like I've been working on this small thing for so long that I've not been able to keep up with the new ways of thinking history. So this is, I don't know, this is just my other issue. But to go back to the nice and exciting things, I mean, there's so many, to be honest. It's easy when you're at the end of it to only think about the times you were exhausted and tired and like done and like doubting everything. But actually, I've had some amazing times, and that's like things from going to conferences and meeting amazing people, connecting, whether it's conferences and whether it's these kind of platforms. I mean, that's what I'm gonna take away with me after the PhD. That's gonna stay on with me. And I can't emphasize this enough. I love archival work. Absolutely love it.
Why? Why do you? Why?
I know.
What is wrong with you? I'm sorry, a little gin.
I know, so go for it. No,
the
go
gin
for it.
captured in my heart.
Yeah, I was gonna. You were really, you were really.
Oh my god!
It was
I admire you even now more. What? All right.
What
cards on the table. Sell it to me. Sell it to me. Explain things to me.
I find it very meditative. You go through all these numbers. And it literally is. I know this is gonna sound so cheesy, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It is a past talking to you.
It's not cheesy at all. I feel that too, but not in the archives. Just not in the archives. Like, oh no, Dios mío, no.
You're a medium. Everyone has a different medium with how they communicate with their studies and with the past. For me, it's the archives. I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, I'm there. I'm almost transported back to that period, to that time, and I get very immersed. I'm a very immersive person.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah. If I'm gonna watch a film, I will dress up for that film. I like that. If I'm watching something or if I'm playing a game, I will live in that culture. That's just who I am naturally.
These means that you actually have a special outfit for playing Ghost of Tsushima.
Well, I know. I wish I had like a proper samurai outfit, but I don't. But I would like. Oh, why not? But I mean, I'm currently playing that, but I will put on like, I don't know, scents and incense, and immerse myself in that. Eat Japanese food. I don't know, just
that's actually
things
great.
like that. I'm like that. Yeah, I'm like that. And that's kind of like Iran, like same thing. I study Iran and buying all these things.
No, it's just, don't worry. It's like, Rose, could you? Thank you. You're on it. Okay. It's just like these things. Sometimes, I mean, we have a lot of bots here on Twitch. I think that's the reason I have my moderators. And sometimes they're just like the bots saying like, "Hey, do you want to become famous?" It's like, no, but thank you for asking me.
Like, you are famous.
Apparently so, which is, that you were commenting before. Was it like, oh, what if I am, not trendy enough to be a historian?
Yeah.
I am, like, I'm really sorry, but I'm quoting Hannah Montana here. I am between two worlds. I don't think I have the best of both worlds, but I'm just in the middle. I'm stuck in the middle with myself. It's like... And it's really sometimes tricky for me because I consider this to be very serious. I am very proud of my Twitch channel and the content, and it takes time. And if I didn't have the research and skills that I do have accumulated through the PhD years and through the university years, I wouldn't be able to produce the scripts that I do. But at the same time, these are not articles. These are not published in Impact magazines, and they're not books. I have a book. I do have one book.
Yeah, you do. You actually do have a book. So
yeah, about a video game, and I am damn proud. So
you should be. That's firstly amazing game.
Secondly,
amazing that you wrote about it.
It's really fun. Good. So, but that's the thing about us. And that's why I really like finding one of the PhD things. Do you want to become out of here? Come to the vizier, and the moderator. Oh yeah, my beautiful vizier. This is the thing. I have All right. Just to get you acquainted with the moderators, we have a secretary, which I think he's not here. We have a vizier, which is this one, nosotros, and we have a priestess.
I love this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh my god, I'm so excited you're meeting my child.
I love this. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, she's like, there she is, my priestess. Yeah, it's just, you have to have everything covered, and of course we have a lot.
Absolutely, no, for sure.
We have a bad joke team. It's called the pun ick team because we do oh my god, like it's like this. We have a team for the cows because after I read them the Shahnameh, they really stuck with the figure of Barmaye, this magical cow that rose Feridun.
Yeah.
And we have the newbie. Naim is the newbie. So yeah, now because you know how important cows and oxen are for Iranian art, like in general. So we have a team cow. Yeah. Because everything with a cow is like, oh yeah, we love it. Ooh.
I love that. No, it's fantastic. Ooh.
Archive work. So another person that's on your team. This one's on your team.
Yeah, that's my team. Thank you.
Love the immersive aspect of it, though. In order to feel the love again for history, I always put on a historical movie or view something neat artwork. I am with the artwork thing.
Very smart. Yeah,
Rowena,
that's very clever.
You know what? This morning, Alex Khalili, he showed me there's a manga about Khosrow and Shirin.
I know, I saw that. I was actually going to mention it. Amazing.
It's so cool. I only read the first chapter.
That. It looks
was
beautiful.
Just like, it's so beautiful. And I sent it to a friend. I don't know if Typhoon is here, but I sent it to her. And we was just like fangirl, with the phone, like, oh my god, this is just amazing. We need more things like that.
It's really stunning. Absolutely. I like these things. I actually have, like the Shahnameh. I have like a children's version of it. It's beautiful.
Is that the Shahnameh for kids, the one with the blue simur?
Yes, that's the one. That's the one.
I have the one too. I love her. She looks so cute.
I know. It's very, very cute. But exactly, I'm a bit like that too. I'll put on a film. I'll listen to some songs or whatever that just immerses me in that in that time. So archival work does that for me.
I think that's beautiful because I am. You already read the 4 chapters. I mean, of course you did. As if I don't know who am I talking to. So I really love that they have a Byzantine comic with Theophano. I don't know. Sorry, we'd love to know more about the Khosrow one. Oh right, so I can share it with all of you. Just wait a second. I'm gonna look for what's the name of this person? All right, so Bahar Jabari is. I'm gonna copy paste on the chat the Twitter of this person, and there you have links to all her projects and on the thing. I think the comic is on Webtoons. Do you use that one, Ro?
I don't know.
So Webtoons is a website for creators and for comics. Also, another comic I think you would really like is one. It's called Eskandar, the Servant and the Water of Life. I don't know if I said that correctly, but all right, you're back.
Sorry. I'm back.
I will send. I'm gonna. I mean, since we're on the subject, I'm gonna send that out too. And also another question, which is your favorite period of Iranian history that is not yours? That is not the one you're working.
Not
on.
mine. No,
okay. Not yours. Exactly.
Not mine. Okay, if I had to, so we're looking at like I don't know. Mongol or
yes!
Arab conquest. I didn't say. I mean,
the Mongols are mine, but I can't say that because I work with them. So like, damn it.
So yeah, what do I like? I don't know. I have to say I do like the Safavid period. I mean, that's my guilty pleasure. If I was not reading, when I'm not reading, I like to read about the Safavids. I find them fascinating.
The Safavids are amazing. I think, you know what, I mentioned this in the channel before, but when I'm done with my PhD, one of the things I would love to do is to write a mid-fantasy, / fantasy historical novel about the Safavids, because there's so much material for it.
There's so much. So why is there no game set in the Safavid period? This is I know there's so many things I ask myself that you could easily have an Assassin's Creed set in Safavid Persia.
Exactly. Easily. We had one of the very early streams. It was more than a year ago, I did this, when they launched Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I did this video on Twitch with 5 ideas for Assassin's Creed based on Iranian history. Hi, Roma!
Oh my god.
Oh no, the Romans
Hello.
are here. Oh no. Run for your life, the Romans are here. So I offered 5 ideas, and one of them was a bit like, it was among the building of the Naksha Jahan Square.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Interesting.
I know who Strauss is. I think. Do I know? All right.
Ah.
I would not reveal your name if you don't want to, but do I know who you are? Am I correct? Something about borders and the future EMC leads coming up. Maybe.
Yes, maybe. Okay. All right.
Yeah, there's so many beautiful things about Iran.
Yes.
Like,
yeah,
as a historical part, I would love to have more interactive games about the Book of Kings. I think an Indian studio made one about, I'm gonna say it's not Feridun, Gorshasp and the killing of the dragon stuff, but I don't know how much. I cannot find it. I think it's on Steam.
Yeah,
I might bring myself around that one. Yeah.
There are some good ones on Iran. Like there's Coup 53. I mean, sorry, what am I saying? There's Black Friday 79. So that's pretty good. Actually.
Have you played it?
I played it.
What do
I played
you
it on my
think?
Switch.
Was it like give us the?
It was good. So you play different characters and you basically experience the revolution in different ways, and you have moral decisions. Yeah, it's quite tough. So it's like, do you give up your friends to the authorities? Do you reveal this? Do you reveal that? So it's a very emotional game.
Oof.
And
I bet it was hard.
It was difficult. I made a decision, and my 2-day friend got killed. I had to stop and play it again because I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I just killed the 2-day. I just killed the 2-day. And it's like, it was like. I remember this one choice you had to make, and that was, do you take tea from your prison guard? And if you take the tea, it will have a different, if you refuse the tea, and if you take the tea, there's another outcome.
I really like those kind of games where they have you, make decisions, but decisions that really impact the narrative of the game, because sometimes they do not quite do that. It's just like, the finale is the same, like... The name of the game. What's the name of the game, Ro? Can you repeat it?
Black Friday. I'll write it down. Black Friday. Is that right?
I don't know.
I'm quite sure it's Black.
Let me Google it.
Let me just check.
Black
Friday?
Yeah, I just
Yeah, my internet's really crap at the moment.
Don't
so
worry.
Black Friday? Is it Black Friday? I think so. Revolution 7
Exactly. 1979 Revolution Black Friday.
That's it. Let's write it down.
Yeah, I think it might be.
It's on Steam, I think. I think it's even on Steam.
Hi, Clarita. How are you? This is my friend Ro. Come say hello to her. So yeah, I think it might be on Steam.
I think so. I mean, I played it on Switch. So it's basically a decision game. There's no like action or anything like that. You can't like shoot things. But you can take pictures, and you learn a lot. So they take real characters and real events, and then they so you can even listen to Khomeini's cassettes.
Really? That is so interesting. I have to bring myself to it.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's only like 4 chapters or something like that. So it's a very short game. You can play it quite quickly. So yeah, that was one game. Then there was cat, but that's it really doesn't do much.
The one about the cat?
Yes, like you play Mossadegh's cat, and you need to stop him.
I first thank you, Naeem, for sharing the Steam
perfect.
link. So
good.
I first was brought to it. I mean, my attention was brought to it because of the artistic style, because it based a lot on miniature in like
that's right.
not miniature, like manuscript painting. I was thinking about the actual miniature.
Well.
Like in manuscripts you wouldn't say miniature anymore. It's just like but I was thinking about the bone ones, in like the camel bone miniatures that they sell to you for a fortune there. So that one, and also the book illustration that I work with. So I saw it, but then I saw that there's not much to be done in the game. If that
No,
makes
it's
any
really
sense.
not much you can do. There's
And
nothing you can really do.
exactly.
Not really.
So I thought this is a fun game to maybe analyze visually, but also I know there's a studio that's working in an interpretation, emphasis in the interpretation about the Mantel Tair. Like it's called The 30 Birds, and I am so looking forward to it. It's not out yet,
Oh,
but
that's
I want
fantastic.
to. It's really pretty. I think you need to find, you play a human and it's very art based, and you tell like two tale-decisions. Have you played a Telltale's games based on Game of Thrones? No, I haven't. No, not me personally.
Me neither.
A character-driven game for Iran would be amazing, right?
Yeah, agreed.
Thank you. Maybe a game that traces a family through the multiple Iranian dynasties. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be, you know
that
what?
Would be fantastic.
A little earlier, I said that if you want, you know, like a hero, just think about the stereotypical hero, like the hero from Epic, and you want to make a video game about it. What Pig Bahram Gur? There's dragons, there's princesses, there's patties, there's like thieves. It's like just what make it. So I'm gonna say this again. I've said this on Twitch multiple times. Video game studios out there, give me a call. I mean, I'm already a narrative designer. I can do.
Yeah. Yeah, this is it. Hire her.
Yes, and I will take my friends out for dinner with my salary.
No, but honestly, I mean,
and we will make Iran games.
A lot of people in Iranian gamers, and there is something there.
Yeah, I like that more and more people are acknowledging their own culture, and they're not trying to westernize it to make it more palatable for all the audiences. No, they're just going with it, and it's just like, oh my god, thank you so much, Eternotisa. You gifted a subscription to Clara. Clara is now subscribed to the channel. Thank you. Oh my god.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much. You're such a treat. Oh, I love my people, really. Thank you so much.
That's so nice.
Look, Clara, now you have a tiny feather in your name. Congratulations. Yeah, we'll have a lot of feathers in this, like.
I love that.
So, Ro, another thing we share, apart from Iranian studies, is that we love animals, and I know for a fact that you have a little cat. Well, little.
I do.
Is
a fluffy. She's not here today. She's somewhere around.
Like, I mean, as a cat would do.
Yeah. You have a cat as well?
No, we have my father has a dog, and she's featured here in the Twitch channel sometimes. But yeah, is there like a fun story behind the cat? You would share like things like about the cat. I really like your cat. Is the most photogenic cat ever.
Oh, bless you. She'd love to hear that. Her name is named after the Austrian Empress. You know, Sisi, Elizabeth.
Sisi, all right, yeah.
Empress Sisi, and she embodies all of that an empress is, which is.
I was gonna say, does she know that she is an empress?
Oh yeah, she's very regal and very very put together, very very dignified. But what I love about her is how she likes to insert herself in conversations, like. She will, you know, I'll be having chat with my partner, my mom, or whatever, and Cece will just come and sit in between all of us and be a part of that conversation. She would, as if she's like, yeah, I've got some of this too, and she'll just sit there, which I absolutely love. I love that she's got this sort of entitled personality. Oh, thank you. Oh, yay! Oh, Typhoon is Austrian.
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh my god, I just love animals so much. I really like it. So does she speak a lot?
She doesn't. She's not talkative, but when she meows, it's like with reason. You know, she's like, "Where's my food?" Mm-hmm, but I love that about her. And she's not a lap cat, which I also quite like. Mm-hmm. She, you know, again, part of this dignified empress like.
Exactly, you cannot be a lap cat if you are, like, you know, begging for attention all the time.
Exactly.
Attention should be showered to you is like a
exactly. If you're an empress, you're not going to be on someone like that. But she'll be near you. She has to be near people. And I love that about, like, earlier when I was sitting on the sofa, she was sitting behind me, sort of like, you know, just like, I love her.
I really like animals. We are a big like animal people in here. I just really like animals. That's it.
I know.
How does Sissy
I
feel
think
about
very
the
important for
Persian carpet?
PhDs.
Sorry, what?
Very important for PhDs, I find.
Yes,
Animals.
no, definitely. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone you can pet and shower with love also. I was gonna say, how does Sissy feel about the Iranian carpets?
She loves them.
Of course, yeah.
I bought this. So, like in anywhere in the world, Iranian carpets are very popular in Malaysia. It's beautiful. I can't show it to you because it's in the living room. This beautiful carpet from Iran, and she's obsessed with it.
Ooh,
It's her carpet. I mean, all her
okay.
toys are on it. Yeah, it's her carpet. If any of us are standing on it, she will immediately come and sit on her carpet. If we're near it or standing it, she will be like, oh, okay. I've got to lay myself on this
This
carpet
is
because it is
hilarious.
mine. Yeah. So I have about three Persian carpets in my, and but she likes only that one. That's
Okay,
hers.
okay,
Quite interesting. It's very, very fascinating.
okay. Next
Yeah.
question. This is
Yeah.
a tough one. Favorite,
Oh.
and you can only pick one. Favorite
Uh,
Iranian food.
if Iranian, sorry, you cut out
Favorite
briefly there.
Iranian food.
Ah,
You can only pick one.
this
I
is
know. I'm
this is
really sorry. I apologize
oh.
beforehand, but
Okay. What is my favorite Iranian food? Oh my God. This is tough. This
I
is a
know.
tough one.
I know.
If it's one, okay. Ah. Oh, that's a
Yeah,
hard one.
yeah,
Thank you.
I know.
DM
I know. I
119.
don't
I
know even if I
agree.
can't decide myself because I will only
Can
say
you
like
do
I
this?
don't know because the thing is, all right, I developed because a lot of people when I was practicing my Persian in Iran, they would ask this question, so I developed the immediate answer of, just to play it safe. Like my favorite Iranian food is seres polo va morgue.
Yeah.
And it's not that I love it, I do, but I like
But is it your favorite?
exactly. I just like
Yeah, I
everything.
know. All
Oh,
right,
and
okay.
all right, as you think, I'm going to tell you something, a little anecdote for you to laugh
Okay,
of
tell
me more
I
than
want to hear it.
usual.
I want to
So,
hear.
you know these Iranian dish, very famous, gourmet sabzi. Do you know how I used to
Mm-hmm.
call it?
Oh no.
I used to call it gorbe sabzi.
Gorbe, no!
And for those of you
My
who don't speak
Gorbe.
Persian, gorbe means cat. So, and
Green
one
cat.
time I asked my Iranian friend, oh, excuse me, just a question. Why is it that is it named after a cat? Is it like a metaphor? Is it a way of cooking it? Is it like, I don't know, the pot had the shape of a cat? And she started laughing so much. She still remembers to this day. Is it like,
Oh,
what? Because, I'm a little bit, not much, but I'm a little bit dyslexic. So they're
okay.
really similar to me. Gourmet,
They
gourmet. Like,
are. They are. They are.
I have to
Gourmet,
think
gourmet,
of
yeah.
it. So,
Yeah.
and she was dying. Like, she could not stop
Okay.
laughing. I remember she was in tears. And like, how? Like, this is brilliant. I said, yeah. So, at first, I remember I was a little bit ashamed. But,
No.
but
It's very
I kind
cute.
of,
It's a cute
I
story.
embraced it. It's like, you know what? Yes, I
Yeah.
like green cats. I do love green
I do like
cats.
green cats.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That actually could be, I don't know, like a nom de plume, like a pen name for something,
Yeah. The
Yeah.
green cat. Oh,
Hmm.
we're going to make
The
it.
green
Oh,
cat, like, it could also be like a jazz bar in Tehran.
we have so many
Right?
ideas. We need
So
to
many
finish the
ideas.
PhD so we can
Hire us,
start
hire
practicing them.
us.
So, your favorite
Okay.
one?
All right. I've decided. It's gonna be Fesanjun. I'm it's gonna be
Yes.
that. Okay, if I
Yes.
had to choose one thing, because it was the one that made the most impact for me. I know it's like, yeah,
Could you tell the
it,
child what is Fesenjun, Rowena?
it is basically what is it? It's like a walnut pomegranate stew cooked with either duck or lamb, mostly duck, or I've had it with duck and lamb. I like it with duck personally.
I
Good job.
think I've
Thank you.
I
Thank you,
think I've
Nai.
only had
Thank
it with
you.
lamb, I think.
Yeah. I've had it with duck before. Nice.
Hmm.
Quite nice.
I need to go to the
And it
fancy
depends on in
restaurants that
different
you go.
regions. In different regions and different families have different like levels of sourness and depth. Everyone has different restaurant. Yeah, exactly. Different recipes. I think in some places, I think is it in Khos Khorasan where it's more sour? I'm not sure. I feel like I
Khorasani
mean someone
food
can
tends to
correct
be
me.
more sour. That's the reason I like it more.
Yeah,
Like northern food is
it
generally
is
a
more
little bit like
sour, right?
exactly more bitter, more sour. That's my
That's
go-to.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Fessenjun in like in the north it's sour. I don't know. I like it. I like it. However, wherever it is, it's always quite nice and I just love that walnutty oil. I do love it, and I love it with some rice. Oh, I want messenger now. Maybe I'll order it. Maybe I'll order
Yeah.
it for dinner.
I mean,
Yeah.
do
Oh
it.
my
I
God,
can't, but you do it for you. And you
I
send me a
know.
picture afterwards and I look.
Come to London and we'll have a feast. We'll have a Persian feast.
I
I'd love
want
that.
to, but I don't think I'm going to be able to because, I'm busy and other things. But I want
But
to
when you can.
also, yeah, I will. I need to
Yeah.
pay you a visit. I want to
Yes.
say soon, but I don't want to just I'm just going to
Yeah.
say
Anytime. Yeah.
exactly.
When?
Did
Inshallah.
you go
Inshallah.
to the? This is I mean, I know the answer already. Did you go to the Epic Iran exhibition in the V&A?
I have.
Yeah.
I have
What did you think
three
of it?
times. I
Three
booked it for three
times.
visits. I booked it for three visits because it was sold out. I think the Guardian did a fantastic review. I mean, they gave it like 5 stars or something, and it's very very popular. So I back in May, tickets were selling out fast. So I booked it for three visits because I was like, you know what,
I just want to
um,
risk it.
exhibition. I don't want to risk it. Exhibitions in on Iran come, every decade. The last one that I remember going to, which was as big, was the Shah Abbas one in the British Museum
When was
back in
this?
2011, 2010, 2009.
Oh my god, I was
Yeah.
still an undergraduate in Spain.
I was an
Wow.
undergraduate too. That's when I went, and I went like for three times. I still have the bookmark and book from that exhibition. Like I still have it. So I went to the Epic Iran. It's really good, really, 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 really well done.
Hmm.
So for those of you who don't know much about it, it basically takes you from the ancient to present day Iran through art. They've selected representing these three eras. I mean, sorry, like the main three eras. So ancient, medieval, modern. That's just roughly putting it there, and the aspects and themes. So architecture, calligraphy, art of the book of the art of the book, art of the
Art
book,
of the book.
art of the book.
Yeah.
With these things, when you're gourmet and gourmet, for me it's like the book of the art of the
No, don't
book.
worry. I would never judge anyone who made that kind of mistake because that's just my life. I mean, just in here on Twitch, I get confused with left and right all the time.
So your left, my left, your left.
Exactly. Which is which one is which one? So I have the catalog
Yeah,
myself here. I got
it's
it
good.
quite
It's
early,
good.
and I
Yeah.
really like it because
Oh,
there's a
the
lot of
catalog's good.
nice pictures and like good selections.
Yeah,
I know. I wish I could
I
type in. I
know.
don't think because it's going away soon. Do you think there's a
It
chance?
finishes in September.
Yeah. Do you think there's a chance they will extend it?
I don't know. I mean, there's been like a lot of interest. I don't know if they will extend it. I think they should. But also, I don't know if they're doing like some. If you go online, they have like these talks, that curated talks, yeah, curators talk. So worth to see then. If you can't go, then go for one of the talks.
Yeah, I saw when it started. There was one. I don't know if it was immediately before the opening or the opening day. Though was organized by the Iranian Heritage Foundation, and they
That's right.
organized
Yeah.
a talk. I attended with the four main curators that they were like highlighting,
Right.
picking their favorite pieces. Like, they
Oh,
definitely should extend it exactly so we can go.
I think so. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and it's
Yes,
really tough because it's almost impossible to buy tickets now. Like, you have to go on Tuesday. So if anyone wants to buy tickets and it's sold out, every Tuesday they fresh ones for the week.
they was already.
So it's all sold out. But if you go on Tuesday, they release fresh tickets for the week.
Oh,
So they have some you can still book. So if
okay.
anyone has that trouble, so.
All
It's-
right. So this is a tip for a winner for your friend. Oh god, that's like I really
Yeah,
wish I really wish I could go, but if it not, it's okay. I mean, it's fine.
yeah. The catalog is fantastic. Has
Mm,
everything in it. Yeah,
I
it's
really
very
really
good.
like it. Oh, also another thing we said we're going to talk about is a big passion of ours, which is video games. Not necessarily history related video games, but just video
But
games. So,
love
what
video
are
games.
you playing at the minute, Ro?
Right now, Ghost of Tsushima, I've just downloaded the director's cut, which includes like a new island, Iki Island, I think it's called.
You got me
It's
there.
really yeah. Have you played Ghost of Tsushima?
No, I haven't. I think Bob has played Ghost of
Okay.
Tsushima, and I know a friend who's really into Japanese history has, and apparently he really liked it.
Hmm.
So I've heard it's good. That's what I like.
I like it. I think it's good. I think there are things that are a bit lacking. Like once you finish the main game, you can't interact with some things. You can't go back to certain things. Like all the friends
Oh.
that you made are kind of lost. So I think that they could have improved on the after games a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice that they've extended it. You've got a whole new island. So I'm playing that new island. I just started
Okay.
yesterday. Very exciting. And you can have animals if you like animals. You can now have pets.
Oh,
So
it's
they've
like
yeah,
necessary.
brilliant, necessary. Like, what is a video game if you can't have pets?
Exactly. Have you played this beautiful game, which I recommend to everyone because it's become one of my favorites? Have you played
Oh,
Hades?
yes, I love it. I haven't played it yet,
I
but
love it.
worth
So
it.
you know that you
Absolutely good.
can pet
Okay.
Cerberus.
All of his heads.
No, just one. But like, I every time you go, it's like it's a mandatory thing. Me and two other friends were talking on Twitter about this. Like, you have to. If you see it, you need to pet the dog. Like, it's just like it affects.
You have
It's
to.
important. It's just like, yeah, show your
Yeah,
dog some love. It's
absolutely.
a hellhound for
No, no,
hell's sake.
I know. If you don't pet this, what's the point? No, I agree. Every game should have pets in them.
Mm-hmm.
Every game.
I remember I was super excited
Yeah.
when I was playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, and you can actually
Oh,
not
so
only
good.
pet but like feed the dogs, the horses, and I was just like,
You're
I
so
mean, I
nice.
could spend the whole day doing this. I don't care the world
I
is
know.
ending. I'm gonna pet
It's all
the
right.
dog. We're
That game is
okay.
hard. That game is hard. You might as well just spend time. I
Did you
died
like
so many
it? Did you
times.
like Breath of the
I did
Wild?
I did like it. I did like it, but I found it quite a challenging game.
I liked it, but to me, the final part of it, we're not gonna make spoilers, don't worry. But the final stages of it, I don't know if it was because I, developed an amazing skill, but they were not as hard for me. I actually
Okay.
felt like a little bit like,
It was a bit
yeah, all the
stagnated.
parts before the end were far more
Very
tricky than
interesting.
this
Yeah,
one.
I
Yeah.
see what you mean. I think maybe you were just acclimatized to it, or you're just very good. You're
I
just a
don't
very
no,
good
I'm
gamer.
not that good. I actually on this channel we're playing a Plague Tale because a lot of medievalist friends have
Of course.
recommended it to me, and I'm liking it so far. But I can see how if I was a medieval European studies person, I would love all the details and tiny things. I just go around saying like, "Oh, this looks cool. I remember these kind of buildings from my undergrad in art history, but I can't give you the commentary." And also there's this other one called Raji, an ancient epic, which is set about a story based on Indian, like Vedic deities. We have Vishnu, we have what's the name of the Naim Jun? Do you remember which is the name of the big deity, the war deity that gives you the spear, the trident? What's her
Isn't
name?
it?
I
What
want
is
to say
her name?
it's not Rama.
Not Shiva. Not Shiva. Isn't
No,
Shiva
no. I
lot
think
of
that one's around. She was around
right?
definitely, but what's her name?
Yeah.
Rona? What? I don't
Rani?
remember. I don't remember.
Rani?
I'm really sorry. I don't know about Indian deities. Please, no, I don't mean to. Don't at
I
me.
don't remember. It's there's Rama. Rama is like the big one, right? Rama's the big guy.
I
He's the
think the Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Yeah, these three definitely are in the game. But there's, sacerdotisa. There's this deity that is like the deity of the girl.
Right.
What's the
Rani. No. It's Sita. No, Sita's like not really a deity, is
Yeah,
she?
she's like a more like I sorry, I just need to look for.
Ganesh? No, Ganesh. No, Ganesh is
I
another
know
one.
that in the game was Garuda, and I was very. I mean, it was not Garuda. It was like a painting telling you the story of Garuda, and I was like, yeah, birds, but that's it.
Oh.
I really like the
What is
game.
the name of the game? I need to know
Raji,
this.
Raji, an ancient
Raji.
epic, and I really like the looks of it, and I really like the storyline and the narrative. But it's a little bit. You can see it's an indie game because it's a little bit like it's missing something. It's missing like a push, like a final.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nigel.
Yeah.
Please pay attention in class. Go to class and pay attention. Oh, what's the name of her?
Okay, have a good class.
Bye. I had to leave. Thank you, Naso Rose, for coming. Krishna,
Thank you. No, thank you as well. It was nice to be here.
Thank you for coming,
Krishna?
guys.
Krishna?
Durga. That's her name.
Oh
Durga.
gosh. Durga. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Durga, goddess of war, or something like that, along
Oh,
those lines.
oh. I need to play this. I need to
It's
play
really
this, actually.
interesting. Yes, I know. Like
Something different, you know?
Mhm.
Something different.
It's a really chill. I mean, it's purely based in combat. There's like a little ability tree there, and so it's like 100% combat based, and there's a little bit of exploration and things that you can find, but there's no. I just love collectibles. I'm a person of collectibles.
Oh my god, same. If there's a game that you can collect, I don't know what, I'm into it.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that about game. Yeah. Any kind of like Easter eggs, anything that you can pick out, dinosaur bones, whatever, I'll collect it.
Exactly. I just love exploring and going to every single little corner of everything.
I know.
Like, and I really like when the game rewards you as a scavenger, because that's what you are, basically.
Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, what did I play? I played The Last of Us Part 2, and I love that you can pick up those coins and
I haven't
cards.
played it. Bob hasn't. He really likes. I mean, I think it's his favorite game. I don't know. He's spoken so well about the two of them.
It's good. It's good. I really liked it, but it's a lot. Like, it's quite an emotional game, and
so
it
I've
really
heard.
immerses you. It's not it's not an open world game, so once you go through it, you can't really go back and do things, which is it's just fine, but it is very good. It's very, very good.
Really like it. Do you have a favorite game, like, of all times? Like, not maybe one, not just one, but like a certain number of games that you say, like, you know what, these are like my favorites.
Oh my gosh, it's tough. I do like The Last of Us Part 2, I have to say. Probably one of my favorites. What else do I like? I love Redemption 2. I quite enjoyed it.
I haven't played that one yet.
But historical open one. It's quite fun. But I like historical games. So if you're set in the past and you can collect stuff and it's open world, I'm in.
Yeah, right.
Assassin's Creed, for all its faults, I didn't mind. I don't mind it. I quite enjoy it. If it does come out, I will play their games because it's immersive. You know, you can play a Viking in England and have pets. So it's like great. I will play it. What did I like? I liked what's it called? Elder Scrolls? Is it?
The Elder Scrolls, yeah. Skyrim.
I do like those.
Morrowind, Skyrim, Oblivion. Yeah.
I do like those. Yeah. So in a way, I'm kind of, as I said, historical fantasy. It's collect stuff, pets, perfect, good.
That's right.
Easy.
One of my favorites.
And I do like.
Yeah, one of my favorites is Hollow Knight. Have you played it?
No.
You have to. It's the best. Like, it's a 2018 game, and
I get all my games from you, because in a way this sounds really lame, but I play a lot of epic games, like these blockbuster games, and that's kind of like my issue. Like, I'll just stick to these big names, and then I don't play.
I'm an indie person. I am such an indie person.
But I like that. And it's like, oh my god, Rowena, you're kind of you're so going with it. With
fun too. Like,
I get it. Oh, this looks cute, Hollow Knight. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, it is cute. It's also very difficult.
Oh god.
But I loved it. I mean, it's because
I'm not good at gaming.
Listen to me. If I completed Hollow Knight, every person in the planet can. It just takes, like some bits, like a concentration. Like you need to be concentrated, but that's it. And also another game I played by myself first, and then on Twitch I did a few runs. It's Ori and the Blind Forest, and I love Ori so much. She's so cute. Do you know about Ori?
No,
one down. Like, Ori, like, its cuteness is tricky. Yes, exactly. That's the thing about Hollow Knight. It's cute, but it's tricky. Hollow Knight is just a perfect game. I could speak about that game for ages, but it's just a very little team that put it together, and it's such a huge success because they did an amazingly neat work.
Oh, Ori looks cute. Okay,
Ori is just very cute. It's just like cuteness overloaded.
Aww.
And if I had to recommend a game for you to get more acquainted with my Spanish, culture and folklore, it would be Blasphemous, because it's a Spanish game based completely in southern Spain Andalusian folklore, And
Oh, I love that.
you know what? Regarding its the gameplay and regarding the game as a game, you can have your opinions on it. I've heard a lot of things about Blasphemous. I really liked it, but I think I enjoyed it a little bit more because I could see all the Easter. There's, if you want Easter eggs, like the last is like an Easter egg hunt for us Spanish people. It's like you see all these buildings and all these reference to 17th and 18th century songs, architecture, things that go back to real buildings. Is so gorgeous. Also, is a very gore and very distasteful and really much more like a B-serious film. So if you're not into that, do not play Blasphemous. But I like a good blood shell from time to time.
Yeah, love that. No, you need those kind of games as well.
Yeah,
no, for sure.
For cuteness, if you want just to pick up things and kill enemies sort of a way, but it's like in a cute way, you have Ori, and then if you actually want to splatter guts all over the place, you have Mortal Kombat and you have Blasphemous. So
which is great. You know you need that whole spectrum of games, right? Yeah.
So you
need
can
something
choose.
relaxed. Yeah, where you want to be, right?
Yeah.
What am I feeling today? Yeah, no, I get that.
Oh, there's one topic that Rowena wants us to talk about, because here, we love each other, but we differ. And this topic is the Qajars. Rowena really likes them, and I just cannot. So,
what can't you about them?
All right,
This
is going to sound... All right, this is Rowena, bear with. Spare me a thought, because this is going to sound so horrible and so much more like academia-based person, but art during the Qajar period coming from the Safavids is not great. I remember when we were in
Safavids or Qajar?
Qajar, yeah.
Yeah, Qajar.
The art, you come from the Safavids and you have these beautiful things. And then I remember we were in Shiraz and we were to see a typical Qajari house. So we entered and there were these panels. I think they were plaster. They could have been limestone, but I'm going to go with plaster.
Okay.
And there was a thing on them. And my friend was like, what is that? And I said, ooh, that's the lion of the Qajars, because, this animal had a powerful symbolism. And I was going to go full art historian mode with the explanation. And he was like, no, that is not a lion. That's a creature on acid. Like, just what's wrong with it?
Okay. I know what they say about Qajar art. It's towards tacky and badly done. I don't know, but there's something quite charming about the kitsch and the tackiness. I don't know. I mean, it's just, it's an experimentation of a style. It's
definitely I will call it an experimentation.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's like the tray I sent you. It's got that element of Qajar tackiness. Like the proportions are all wrong, the coloring is terrible,
just all over the place.
It's all over the place, but I find it very, very interesting. And the Qajar period, besides its art, it's also quite famous for its photography. So so that's that's something. And their fashion is also very. I'm not a academic or an anthropologist about the fashion of it, so it is quite interesting. They've got these really short skirts and these pantalon type things and these little jackets, and it's just, I don't know, I find it rather charming. I've said charming like 3 times for the Qajars, but I can't think of another.
But if they are charming, they are,
They are charming. Yeah, they are charming, and I don't know. I just find that this is the era when Europe and European styles is sort of emerging in with Iran, so it's coming out with these fascinating.
It is interesting. Yeah, it's whoop. Are you still with us, Ro?
Hello.
Okay.
I'm not sure what happened.
Don't worry.
No?
I'm gonna make it. Yeah, there we have it. Just don't worry.
Hello.
Don't worry. We
No,
had
no,
a little.
not worried.
We had a little. Wait for that. There we go. We had a little thing with the internet of things.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. So I was gonna say exactly things. This is something we say in Spanish. Cosas del directo, like the things that happen on a live stream. It's like this show must go on, quoting Freddie Mercury.
The show must go on.
Exactly.
All good.
Also about the Qajars, because you mentioned before, like, Bacha, can we have our tea glasses all over the chat, please? Because Rowena at the start of the stream mentioned that our glasses are missing someone. A very special someone, actually. So I want you to tell them, because I think I've never mentioned it, but there we have them. Oh my god, that's enough glasses. Wow. So I want you to tell them, to kind of explain to them who this person that's not in the glass normally is, and in teapots as well.
For some reason, Nasir al-Din Shah, who was the Shah of the Qajars, he reigned for, I don't know, I can't tell you the years, but he was a lot. It was like from 1830s to 1870s. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. And he was a really fascinating guy, amazing mustache, beautiful clothes. And he was, I think, I'm pretty sure of this, the first Iranian monarch to visit Europe, to travel, to leave Iran. And he was, a lot of things happened under his reign. Things like the tobacco revolution and all of these things. You know, he was trying to modernize Iran, but it was a very complicated time. Anyway, for some reason, and I'm actually really not sure why, his face is on all teacups, all teacups and all pots. If you go to an Persian restaurant, or if you go to Iran, you will see his face on all the cups. So whenever you go into an Iranian restaurant, you want to impress your friends, you can say, that's Nasir al-Din Shah.
Now you can drop the bomb, say like, I'm going to show you how cultured I am.
Yeah, exactly.
And
always
also,
there.
I've seen it in spoons even.
It's spoons, yes, that's true.
Like
spoons,
at the top of the spoon,
cups.
You have the spoon and like the little spoon part, and then on the top of it. And I just guessing there will be like complete tea sets, that include his face and like spoons, teacups, pots, and sugar pots.
I think sugar pots as well. Yeah, you're probably right. So if you go to your Persian supermarket, you can buy them. You can buy like little sets of them.
Yeah, it's really
and
fun.
It's fascinating.
It is really fun.
Every color.
Exactly. Yeah, I've seen them all around, and I remember when I started being interested in Iran and its culture, I was just thinking, who's this guy? And I think I thought he was some generic representation of Iranian guy,
Iranian man.
Exactly, as you would have, say, an allegory of the spring, or like an allegory of the music, and it's just like, so this is the allegory for Iranian guy. I actually don't know who this person is, but no, apparently there's a story behind it. Yeah,
there is a story behind it, and I think it's a souvenir that just kept on going, I think, because this is the age of like representation, photographs and whatnot, and he became quite a well-known visual representation of Iran.
Yeah, it's like such a cultural thing now. Like it's such a thing. Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. Enjoy your dinner.
And don't worry, if you want to come to the get as well, just drop me a message and we can talk business here. So
it's good fun.
I was gonna say, but Chai, if someone in the chat wants to ask something to Rowena, just feel free to. I mean, I'm just bombing her with questions all the time, and she's caved them so well. She's weathering my storm very well. So if there's something you'd like to ask,
a real pleasure.
I want to ask you also, is there something that you would like to go deep, like in the future? Like, what's a topic that you would say, like, oh, I can't deal with it right now, but maybe in the future I would like to dedicate, I don't know, like some time to it?
Yeah, I mean, I've always got like little research projects out there, and there is something I'd love to do, whether I could or not, and I'm trying to figure out how it would work. So, if you know Iran, and I mean, just to go back to what my PhD topic is, I mean, I also work on the Today Party, but I'm very fascinated with their relationship with Britain, Iran's relationship with Britain. So I've always been fascinated with British influence, British presence in Iran. And related to that is this woman called Anne Lambton. I don't know if you know her, if I've ever heard of her.
I don't think I have.
So she's this really character, and she's British, and she actually taught at SOAS, I think, as well at one point. But she was sent to Iran as a press attaché, i.e., quote unquote spy. Let's put spy in brackets after that.
Oh,
So
interesting.
quite a fascinating character. So and she was very involved in a lot of the decisions after 1945. So things like the coup, she was involved in that. She was also involved in sort of presenting Iran in a certain way.
Uh-huh.
And but I'm fascinated by her because she loves Iran. Even though she was involved in these such slightly shady deals,
In these things,
she
yeah,
was
you know.
she was absolutely she absolutely loved the country and wrote the grammar, loved the language and everything. So, but fascinating person. Not much is known about her.
Hmm.
Love to write a biography of her. Like if I could, I would spend some time to go through her papers, which are up in Durham, and that's something I would really love to do.
I would
Is
love to
to
read it. I would
thank you.
definitely
I
love
mean,
to read it.
because it's got everything you want, like woman. Firstly, it's a woman in a very male world. The diplomats all around her were all mostly men,
Exactly.
and she had quite a big role, sort of like um, coming up with propaganda for Britain in Iran during the 40s. And but yet we don't know much about her,
That's
even though
great.
her role is very, very big in a lot of the big
It
events
is.
for
I
Iran.
think it
Yeah,
could make a great, say, Netflix
yeah.
documentary or
Abs
series.
Series. I mean, if I was going to, okay, if I was to, I don't know, like put an actress for her, maybe someone like, I don't know, let me think. Keira Knightley, someone like that.
Oh,
I think she could play that role,
yeah,
sort of
but
like
you have,
now.
there's
Yeah,
a spy, like in a
the
foreign
spy.
country, and
Yeah,
she's a
and then when she
woman.
gets exactly, and when she's older, it's Helen Mirren, sort of looking back on her time in
Oh,
Iran. There we go.
yes. I was
There we
gonna
go.
say
Sorted. Netflix,
Judy.
call
I was
me.
gonna say Judy Dench, but I like Helen Mirren.
Yeah,
Mm.
either one. Judi Dench, Helen Mirren, both work because she
See
lives.
why we're
I
friends? This is what true friendship
exactly,
is about.
exactly. We're collaborating,
Exactly.
and yeah, so that's something I would love to get into, sort of like write a proper book about her. And because he can bring in all of these elements of, Iran during change, during the 40s, World War II, Cold War,
Exactly. And I think
yeah,
there's also this
yeah,
powerful element on these.
Orientalism, yeah,
Exactly. And also
yeah,
these, because something that the modern world, and I emphasize the modern thing because, my avatar knows that I love fighting about the concept of the West and the East, the Orient and the Occident. Those are modern creations. I mean, in the ancient
mm,
Greek or Persian wars, no one was thinking that, no one was fighting for the Occident against the Orient. Like, nope.
yeah,
But in this time, this woman was alive. The concept of the otherness was starting to be very creative, and we had
yeah,
Orientalism at it was at its apex. This
yeah,
perception of these Muslim countries, especially like
yeah,
Egypt, Iraq, and
mm,
Lebanon, all these
mm-hmm,
kind of idea going around my head. I'm not the
mm,
biggest fan of Orientalism, but I think it's very fascinating to
yeah,
think of it, and especially
yeah.
because to this day we still maintain so many of the stereotypes that were
Oh, yeah,
born at that time. There's like so many,
absolutely. I
so
mean, it's
many.
and they were driven by these stereotypes. I remember going through archival material, and they were like, these Iranians, they're a country of rumors, and we should spread rumors. So it's like that's how they thought.
That's
They
so funny.
fed they fed into their own like stereotypes. They're like, okay, we created this idea. Let's go on with it. Persians don't really, they like history. They like their epics. So we're going to use their epics to, you know, to further our ideas. Like during World War II, this is really famous. The Shahnameh pictures, where
Uh-huh.
you have the Allies, sort of like Churchill, Roosevelt, Stalin, even all dressed up like Shahnameh epic heroes, and then you've got like the white div, who's basically Hitler.
Yeah.
And it's incredible because they knew what Iranians liked and were, and then they just played up to that. So it's quite,
Exactly. I
yeah,
think there's one of these
interesting.
pictures that has a hog in it. Which one
Yeah,
is
I
it?
think so.
Is it
I think
Hitler?
that's the one.
No.
Hitler. It's
Is
Hitler. It's
it?
Hitler. Is it the one with? Yeah. It's the. Oh, sorry, my knowledge of Shahnameh is not very good. Is he the one with snakes?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Good
Yes.
job.
Hitler. Yay. Hitler. Yeah. So
Yeah. It's really
and so
interesting.
it's
Yeah.
fascinating. It's really interesting. So I mean, Yeah, I mean, so I like to see things from that perspective. It's like how they use these concepts and stereotypes for themselves. Yeah.
I think I'm
So
gonna
yes.
recommend you. I don't know if you read it, but there's a comic about. I'm gonna
Ooh,
um how's the name in English? I'm gonna find it in Spanish,
okay.
but it's a comic by Nicholas Wilde,
Okay.
and it's called because in Spanish it's called Así cayó Zaratustra. Okay, the name of the comic is Silent Was Zarathustra, and I think you would love it. I'm
Ooh,
gonna copy paste it on the chat in case anyone wants to have a look at it. I got it at a Spain's book fair, and I
okay.
really liked it because Nicholas Wilde is I want to say he's a writer for sure, but I think he's also a journalist, and he went
Ah,
to
there
Iran,
you
and
go.
his this comic is very interesting because it
Oh.
interchanges like some ancient knowledge of Iran, like traditional knowledge of
Oh,
Iran, and
that's really
also
fun. Hmm.
like modern issues with it, like the situation of the Zarathustis, for example, and the
Mm-hmm.
Parsi. So it's I think you can really like it. I don't know
Mm,
if there's more, if he did
mm,
like a series on it
mm.
or not. I have no idea, but I
Oh.
think you would really like it. It's just like I really like that comic. Sorry, it's like
No, I mean,
I keep
no,
on
no, no, you should.
recommending things. I
Thank
have the
you.
biggest mouth
No,
ever.
I love that. No, no, I love that. No, no, I mean, and there are some comics on Iranian history out there. Yeah, we were complaining about games, but there are a few. There's one on the 1953 coup. I'm quite sure of that.
Yeah, I mean, because Butcha, just a quick thing, not
Yeah.
shaming here, this is not a shaming, but there are more comics about Iran than Persepolis, which is great. It's a lovely start, but there's a lot more beyond. But here we have the motorcycle. I mean,
Yeah, I was wondering what that was.
yeah, it's just there's a motorcycle super loud. You can it's for my microphone to pitch it. You don't have any idea how loud it is, but it comes through. It's one we are allowed each stream of
Mm-hmm.
one
Mm-hmm.
motorcycle and one ambulance. So you still
Mm.
haven't got your
Whoa.
ambulance. So we'll wait for it. I always have it.
Oh.
Like they just go pass by, and because it's so loud, microphone actually gets it. But yeah, you're doing a good job, Lulu Jun. You're proud of you. Have fun.
Doing very well. Well.
So, yeah, I was gonna say, like, I really miss the motorcycle. Yeah, I know, it's a big thing. The motorcycle and the ambulance, because there's been some streams that we haven't had the motorcycle. We were wondering if he was doing okay because he's a male rider. I
You
see
weren't.
it.
You
Like
weren't.
so.
You weren't.
So, but Cha, is there something that you would like to ask Ro before I let her go? Which I mean, I will speak with her for ages, but I am aware that all of us have like loud, and Ro has a very busy one. So, I just want
No.
to say
Just
thank
want to
you
go back to
for
my sofa.
estrenar this Nomad Good with me. I'm really blessed to have you here, Ro. I mean, I'm sorry because like she's gonna say no to everything I'm gonna say, and she's gonna be like, "Oh no, stop it!" Blah, blah, blah. Don't listen to her. Like for this time, like just don't ignore her. She's a person I admire a lot. She's a person I really look up to. She's put so much of it. You have no idea how much effort this woman is putting into life. I'm just gonna say it that way. In life, in academia, and I really like having people like you, Ro, like these young and approachable academics. I think this is all we should be about. I'm very proud of you. I admire you, really, and I'm just very happy to have you here. And yeah, I just want
Oh,
to say a big thank you to you. And
no.
if you want to follow her, just like click on the,
Oh, bless you.
the ad over there. Like yeah, you
Yeah, I
can do
think
it.
it's down here
Yeah.
somewhere.
Oh my god, it's so cool that you can do that. I'm so happy. Thank you, Cheat. She's my artist. Thank you for doing this. I'm just
It's
very
really
happy with it.
beautiful. It's really beautiful. Really beautiful. But thank you so much for having me on your beautiful channel. What you've just said to me, I'm gonna just throw it back at you because to be honest, you put in way more effort out. You put in way more effort than I do. I've taken a whole summer off with my own channel, but so it's incredible that you have this energy, and I love your energy. Like I come on this and I feel energized for the years to come, because it's easy to feel very alone, and having channels like yours, having friends like you, just makes it all less lonely. So I'm really
Oh,
grateful. So thank you for your friendship and thank you for having me on your amazing channel. Thank you so much to everybody. I'm
such
so
a
happy
tiny
to have met
little biscuit.
all your bacha. Yeah, to meet
Yeah,
all your bacha.
they're
Thank you
lovely.
for
Like
having me and
I've always
kindness.
said the
Yeah,
best thing I have is this community because we've created, as
yeah.
you said, I really want to emphasize this. I'm just going to show, like, I know I'm energetic and I'm a little bit too much to take sometimes,
No, I
but
love that.
it's about, I mean, I wanted this to be a part of a family. I just feel this, not a family in the blood relative sense, but
Mm,
much more in like, this is a community. This is a place you can
yeah,
come to and no one's going to judge you. There's always going to be a place
no,
for you here. And yeah, just like for sitting and sharing about things. In this case, about Iranian related things, which is always
things.
great. And also Mesopotamian ones. Thank you, Sater for putting up with me. I know I owe you more Mesopotamian based content, but I have to study a lot and my thesis is about Simurg. So, but I really like that. It was one of my,
Mm,
goals when I opened this. I want these to be a safe space for talking about things that
yeah.
I love, maybe showing them to you, like to all the people that
Mm,
might be
mm.
interested too. And oh yeah, I love you too because all
Oh,
right, so they call me the Pelican Mom.
no wonder now I understand. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah. It's just
That's so
because in
lovely.
Spanish, all right, okay, in Spanish, I do this kind of consulting sesh where people can send me their questions, mostly regarding academic things like anxiety, imposter syndrome, time
Yeah.
management. I can't English anymore, and I've had beautiful questions of all the people say, no, am I too old to start studying history? Is this too
Mm,
late? Is this and that? It's like these kind of streams have actually brought us together like a
mm,
lot. And it shows you, because I always want to come across as really a real person in the sense that, yeah,
mm.
PhD is great, researching is great, but it
Yeah,
has its dark sides. And it's good that we
yeah,
have a place
yeah.
we can talk about them, not just PhD, but like if you're
Mm,
doing a master's, if you're doing your undergrad, like then the
absolutely.
thing with the pelican thing is because I love pelicans. They're stupid. I don't know how they're not
They're fantastic.
extinct.
I mean, the dodo's gone and they're still here,
But
so it says a lot
you've
about them.
seen, you live in London. Do you know that near Buckingham Palace they have
Yeah,
pelicans in there?
I think so.
They do.
Yeah,
Have
like
you
St.
seen
James,
them?
near St. James. They're fantastic, no?
They're
I mean, I love
stupid.
them.
Like, it's like they're really dumb.
No.
No, seriously, I love them, but they're really dumb. I have this video that you know how there's like a little artificial stream where there's the
Yeah,
doves
yeah,
and the
yeah,
cranes.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
we have this video of two pelicans near a puddle. So, all right, so here's a river, like a little bit
yeah.
further. You can see the
Right.
river from the video, and closer to us, there's a puddle and two pelicans, and they are trying to pick up the water from the puddle with a beak, like it's at that
Oh,
moment. And after 2 trips to Guatemala, I decided, like, I don't know how you are still in this planet, so I chose you as my favorite bird. That's
they're doing
it.
so well.
They
Yeah,
even
I
like
mean, they know something that we don't, maybe.
they beat the hoopoe because everyone's very so like, oh, your favorite bird is not the hoopoe because of Sufism and Iran and mystique. It's like, no, because the hoopoe is actually a very smart bird, super
Mm.
intelligent. Pelicans are not, and they're still around. How? So yeah, I am the
Incredible.
pelican mom of
Pelican
little
mom.
undergrads. Yeah,
I love that. I love that.
I thought about
I wish I
doing
had you
the.
when I was an undergrad. I wish I had
Oh,
you.
oh
Yeah,
my god, that is the biggest compliment ever. Thank you so much, Rowena.
it's true.
I just want, this map is gonna come up soapy. I don't care. I just wanted this if I had this when I was an
Mm,
undergrad, someone that was telling me like, hey, you know what? It doesn't matter. No one supports you. I do. I don't know who you
yeah,
are. I just don't. I know you're doing your best, and you come
yeah.
here. I'm gonna tell you. I know you're doing your best. Keep
Mm.
going. So yeah, we
You
need
need
that.
that.
That's the
You
reason
need that. You
exactly.
need that.
And
You need
also,
that.
I like all the nice people that I've met through Twitter, all
Mm,
the academics, but you can actually talk with them. And I love them, as I said, when they get real and they just don't put up this, like, they put on the masks, this beautiful
mm,
mask that is like, oh,
mm.
everything is great and I'm doing amazing. And it's like, that's amazing and I'm very happy for you. But I know
But
how
that's
this is. You cannot fool me.
oh, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. No,
But
it's
yeah,
true. But
if
that's
it's
what you need. That realness. You need that realness.
I think it's healthy. Because this way,
yeah.
other people with your same problems, they see it as a normal thing, and they don't think the other one, the odd one's out. It's like, oh, actually, this is very normal. What's happening to me?
Yeah,
It's just very like,
and then you don't feel so,
the feelings of loneliness and the feelings of being like, oh, because have you had, this is hilarious, but I have had it, this feeling of, oh, I am the only PhD struggling in this world.
Of course. I mean, we've all had that feeling, but
Yeah.
it's nice to know that when I'm not the only one.
Exactly.
And when I've said to others, like, I've felt that way too, it's helped.
It does, but I remember once, because we have this call about no talking about that, I really thought, like, oh my God, I'm the only one who's suffering. And actually, you think of it, it's like, it's a very, very fun joke. Good for you. Like, it's a little tap on the head. Like, yes, of course you are. Of course you are. If that makes you happy. So, Bacha, big round. I don't speak English. I don't speak Persian, and I barely speak Spanish. So if I can have a round of tea glasses for Rowena Razak, I will love it. Thank you so much, Ro, for coming to the stream. I hope you had a great time. I hope you enjoyed it.
I did. It was fantastic.
I want to call it an interview. Is this an interview?
Oh, lovely.
Was it an interview?
It's a chat.
Okay.
It's a chat.
So I really hope you enjoy the chat, and thank you so much again for being like the first person to come.
It means a lot.
All right, for Ro, you need to take a sip.
Yay! Thank you.
Is there still? All right, 2 sips.
There's a little bit left.
Okay, there's a little bit left here.
Thank you. Thank you. Salud.
Salud. How is it say?
Salud.
How do we say cheers in Persian? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I don't know. Terrible.
Salud. All right.
Salud.
Oh my God. 2 more. All right. I just drink water. I don't know.
There's nothing left.
No.
Nope. Sorry.
No. That was it. But yeah. But thank you so
salud.
much.
Thank you for having me, and thank you to everybody who joined this. I love all of you,
and we love you back. I told you. Why did I tell you? I've been announcing this like for a week, and why did I tell you, Bacha? I told you. You're gonna meet Ro. You're gonna love Ro. Have I lied? Have I ever lied to you? Possibly. I do lie a lot. But have I ever lied to you about other people?
You exaggerate. You're exaggerating as always. But it's so nice. It's so nice. I'm loving this love and this kindness and
you
this
can
acceptance.
Come again anytime you like.
Bless you. Anytime you want me, I'm here.
Yay!
Thank you.
So again, thank you so much. And I'm not gonna end this room. I'm gonna close it with a little bit of you. But thank you so much, bro. If you want to stand by, and I would like just.
Okay, sure. Yeah? I'll be here. Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay, so thank you so much. Bacha, one final time, Rowena Razak, thank you so much for coming. Oh, Bacha, I am blessed. I am just blessed that she's been here, and I have loved sharing this moment with you. Just know about the research, about our mutual interest. It's just great, and I feel very grateful because this is one of the PhD. This is, if I had to take something with me, Rowena was saying that we will take all the people that we met and all the people that we come across with through the oh, so lovely, I really like this person, oh my God. So all the people, the interesting people that we come across, and on be it Twitter or Instagram and YouTube, all the projects, and I really like the sense of togetherness that we bring into the field, and because that was what Las Plumas was about. And thank you, Alex, thank you, Naim, thank you so much to all of you who's come. Thank you, Sacerdotisa, for completely ignore my class. No hagas eso. A estudiar. Just go back to class. Your mom's gonna tell me something. So thank you so much to everyone who's come in. Thank you, Sacerdotisa, for gifting this subscription. Thank you to all the followers or the new people in the channel. And as always, if you want to support the projects, you can go over to our Patreon. I'm gonna put up the social thing. Here you have all the links to the project, Patreon, Instagram, Twitter, you know the drill, you know how this works. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been my greatest pleasure. You know, I always say goodbye to you with a mug, but there's nothing in here. We just pretend, okay? We just pretend there's a little bit tea here. Thank you, Acha. I had a great time with all of you. And just remember, as I always tell you, create, explore, and have fun. Until the last time, until the next time, I'm just nervous, I'm just hyped. Until the next time we see each other, I tell you and I bid you, Khudafiz!